Welcome to our deep dive into the influential book, Built to Last, by Jim Collins and RTR Porras. This book is a treasure trove of insights from some of the world's most visionary companies. Today, we'll be exploring key lessons these companies have taught us about overcoming obstacles, resilience, and the importance of building sustainable systems. We'll see how companies like Ford, Walt Disney, and Boeing faced significant challenges, yet bounced back stronger each time. So buckle up as we embark on this journey of exploration into the world of visionary companies and their remarkable resilience. Lesson 1. To reach your objectives, it's essential to view obstacles as part of the journey. Jim Collins and RTR Porras conducted an extensive 6-year research endeavor to investigate the historical progression of several forward-thinking companies. Through this inquiry, they uncovered the elements contributing to these firms' remarkable long-term success. Their analysis compared these visionary companies with a carefully selected control group, revealing that despite their excellence, they still encountered challenges. Many faced setbacks at various points in their history. Ford, for instance, endured annual losses of up to $3.3 billion in the early 1980s, while Walt Disney had to go public during a severe cash flow crisis in 1939. Boeing also confronted significant challenges in the 1930s, 1940s, and 1970s, resulting in the layoff of over 60,000 employees. The resilience displayed by these visionary companies enabled them to rebound from adversity time and again. Remember, to achieve success in life, it's crucial to persist in the face of adversity. This summary dispels common misconceptions about visionary companies and imparts valuable lessons applicable to any organization. As the author of the book, Jim Collins and RTR Porras quoted, "We chose the term visionary companies rather than just successful or enduring companies, to reflect the fact that they have distinguished themselves as a very special and elite breed of institutions." Lesson 2. Visionary companies prioritize building clocks over telling time because they aspire to create institutions that will endure beyond their own existence. Renowned for their substantial influence on the world, these companies navigate through changing times, technological advancements, and shifts in leadership, while maintaining their prosperity over the long haul. Remember, the primary objective of visionary leaders is to construct an enduring organization rather than merely introducing a visionary product to the market. A useful analogy for understanding visionary leadership is envisioning individuals who can determine the time and date by observing the sun or stars. While impressive as time tellers, their legacy would be greater if they focused on constructing a clock that could persistently tell time even after their departure. Time-telling symbolizes having a brilliant idea or being a charismatic visionary leader. Conversely, clock building represents establishing a company with a lifespan that transcends any individual leader and endures through various product cycles. This approach to clock building has perpetuated myths about visionary companies. 1. Exceptional companies are born from exceptional ideas. Contrary to popular belief, only a handful of visionary companies originated from groundbreaking ideas. Some commenced without a specific vision, while others faced initial failures. 2. Charismatic visionary leaders are indispensable for visionary companies. Charisma is not a prerequisite for leading a visionary company. Many of the most successful CEOs in visionary company history did not conform to the archetype of high-profile charismatic leaders. 3. Profit maximization is the primary goal of successful companies. While profitability is pursued by visionary companies, it is not their sole objective. These organizations are guided by core values and a sense of purpose, rather than solely focusing on financial gains. Transitioning from time-telling to clock building is a pivotal step towards establishing a visionary company. Preserving core ideology while promoting innovation is essential for this transformation. Lesson 3. Avoid settling for the current state of affairs, even when everything seems to be functioning smoothly. An indispensable aspect of constructing a visionary company is establishing a core ideology rooted in fundamental values and a purpose transcending mere profit-making. While most visionary companies prioritize the preservation of their foundational principles, it's essential for these principles to remain adaptable to accommodate change and evolution. For example, Walmart, an American retail giant renowned for its chain of hypermarkets, department stores, and grocery outlets, maintains an unwavering commitment to surpassing customer expectations as part of its core ideology. However, practices like having customer greeters at the front door are not fundamental and can be subject to modification. Alongside core ideology, a relentless pursuit of progress propels visionary companies towards change and advancement in areas beyond their core principles. Remember, to achieve extraordinary feats in all endeavors, condition your mind to believe in overcoming odds and attaining greatness. The pursuit of progress enables visionary companies to blend self-assurance with self-critique. A confident visionary company sets ambitious goals and takes daring steps, sometimes deviating from conventional paths. Conversely, evaluating performance fosters an environment conducive to change and enhancement, with the company becoming its own harshest critic. Thus, the impetus for progress originates from within, driving continual evolution and advancement in areas outside the core ideology. Visionary companies employ various strategies to uphold their core values and spur progress, including BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, committing to ambitious objectives that propel the company forward. Cult-like cultures, cultivating an organizational culture where individuals align with the core ideology. Experimentation and adaptation, embracing diverse actions and experiments to foster innovation and accidental progress. Nurturing internal talent, promoting individuals who embody the company's fundamental values to key leadership positions. Relentless pursuit of improvement, striving to be better than the present state, irrespective of current success levels. Many organizations possess admirable intentions and grand visions, yet they often falter at the critical juncture of translating these intentions into tangible realities. Intentions are commendable, but it is the transformation of intentions into tangible outcomes that distinguishes visionary companies. Did you know? In 2022, Walmart Inc. disclosed that approximately 230 million customers and members visited roughly 10,500 Walmart stores and clubs every week. Lesson 4. Having ambitious goals and fostering healthy work relationships are fundamental strategies for driving progress in any organization. While every company sets goals, there's a stark contrast between merely having a goal and fully committing to a monumental, challenging objective. Boeing Corporation serves as a prime example of how visionary companies leverage audacious goals to spur progress. In 1952, Boeing engineers conceived the idea of developing a large jet aircraft for the commercial market. Despite lacking commercial presence and facing skepticism from airlines, Boeing pressed forward. Moreover, the company was still recovering from post-World War II losses that resulted in laying off 51,000 employees. Financial constraints further complicated matters, hindering even the building of a prototype. Nevertheless, Boeing defied the odds, successfully constructing the jet, dubbed the 707, and ultimately establishing itself as a prominent player in the commercial aircraft industry. When formulating your big, hairy, audacious goal, BHAG, ensure it is more than just a statement. It must be crystal clear and compelling. Additionally, your BHAG should align with the company's core ideology and be sufficiently daring and captivating to continuously drive progress, even in the absence of leadership involvement in goal attainment. Remember, for an organization to thrive, everyone must be aligned with the company's objectives. While many perceive visionary companies as desirable workplaces, they may not suit everyone. For example, if you're uncomfortable with Walmart's unwavering commitment to its customers, it might not be the right fit for you. Collins and Porras observed that visionary companies often demand higher levels of performance and alignment with their ideology from employees compared to other firms. Being part of such companies is akin to joining a tightly knit group with almost cult-like characteristics. If you resonate with the company's vision, you're likely to find satisfaction and productivity. However, if not, you may feel disheartened and out of place, eventually leading to resignation. The author, Jim Collins and RTR Porras, stated in the book, "The core ideology enables progress by providing a base of continuity around which a visionary company can evolve, experiment, and change." Lesson 5. The success of most visionary companies lies in their propensity to experiment widely and retain what proves effective. As Collins and Porras delved into the history of visionary companies, They observed that these entities do not adhere strictly to detailed strategic planning. Instead, they prioritize experimentation, trial and error, seizing opportunities, and embracing serendipity. For instance, in 1890, a doctor wrote to Johnson & Johnson, J&J, a provider of antiseptic gauze and medical plasters, expressing concerns about a patient's skin irritation caused by certain medicated dressings. In response, Fred Kilmer, the company's research director, sent a sample of soothing Italian talc for application on the affected skin. Surprisingly, customers began requesting the talc, prompting J&J to incorporate it into their product line. This unforeseen development led to the creation of Johnson's toilet and baby powder, which gained global popularity. Thus, J&J inadvertently entered the baby powder market. Over time, this incidental venture accounted for 44% of J&J's revenues and contributed significantly to its expansion. Remember, your failures are integral to your evolutionary journey, so embrace them rather than avoiding them. This unplanned progression is known as evolutionary progress, contrasting with Bahag progress. Several notable distinctions between the two include: Bahag progress entails specific objectives, whereas evolutionary progress involves exploring various approaches and stumbling upon successful ones without prior knowledge of their potential. Bahag progress involves substantial leaps, while evolutionary progress begins with incremental steps, often seizing unexpected opportunities that evolve into significant strategic shifts over time. To this day, Johnson & Johnson continues to explore numerous new initiatives, retaining those that yield favorable outcomes and discarding those that do not. Additionally, J&J imposes stringent selection criteria, ensuring that only ventures profitable and aligned with the company's core values endure in its business portfolio. Lesson 6. At times, it proves more advantageous to seek managerial talent from within your organization. Visionary companies recognize the significant impact top management can have on an organization. Thus, they do not randomly appoint individuals as CEOs. In their endeavor to uphold core ideologies, visionary companies opt for managerial talent cultivated internally. According to Collins and Porras' research, visionary companies are 6 times more inclined to promote insiders to the chief executive position compared to their counterparts. What sets visionary companies apart from others is not merely the caliber of leadership, but the consistency of high-quality leadership. Their focus lies on the future performance of the organization. Although all visionary leaders will eventually depart, a visionary company can endure the passage of time, steadfastly pursuing its purpose and upholding its core values long after the tenure of any single leader. Remember, the secret of most visionary companies does not lie in possessing superior insights that others lack, but rather in discipline, hard work, and a profound aversion to complacency. Many visionary companies thrive on discontent, recognizing that contentment breeds complacency, which ultimately leads to decline. Collins and Porras' research indicates that visionary companies invest more in the future compared to their counterparts. These companies consistently allocate a significant portion of their annual sales to investments in new property, facilities, and equipment. Moreover, visionary companies prioritize substantial investments in human capital through extensive recruitment efforts, employee training initiatives, and professional development programs. Additionally, visionary companies are proactive in investing in technical expertise, new technologies, innovative management practices, and industry advancements. Rather than waiting for external pressures to necessitate change, they are early adopters, positioning themselves for continued success. The legendary Nobel Prize American writer William Faulkner once said, "Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself." In conclusion, for a company to transcend into a visionary entity, it must possess a solid core ideology and an unwavering commitment to progress. Additionally, its organizational structure should be meticulously designed to uphold its core beliefs while catalyzing advancement, with every component harmoniously aligned. While the core ideology and the drive for progress remain steadfast, the methods employed to maintain these principles and foster growth should remain adaptable, allowing room for refinement. The essence of a visionary company transcends mere vision, mission, or objective statements. It lies in the seamless integration of its core beliefs and relentless pursuit of progress into every facet of its operations. A visionary company cultivates an environment where its employees effortlessly comprehend its ideology and aspirations. Through diligence and discipline, visionary companies consistently strive to achieve excellence, overcoming apparent obstacles along the way. The insights gleaned from this summary can be applied to everyday life. Establish non-negotiable principles that serve as the bedrock of your existence, propelling you forward. Construct enduring structures that will outlast you, enabling you to leave a lasting legacy and impact even in your absence. Consider the ramifications of your actions on future generations, guiding you to make informed choices. Often, individuals stagnate upon achieving some degree of success. However, avoid succumbing to complacency. Recognize that there is always room for improvement beyond your current achievements. Commit to setting ambitious yet clear goals to spur progress. There should always be a pursuit driving you forward. Resist the temptation of self-satisfaction. Now it's your turn. Before embarking on any endeavor, take the time to outline your core values and mission. Define the guiding principles upon which your enterprise will be built, transcending mere monetary gain. Then, devise strategies to operationalize these principles effectively. Thank you for watching this video from RTR Library. If you found it insightful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to be part of our learning community and get access to more content like this, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and subscribe to RTR Library for more insightful content. Together we can learn, grow, and make a difference.